historical town, right?
Yes.
Calabar has been in the history of Nigeria right from 1900 till date, you know,
Okay.
because even the slave trade activities, you know, took place here in Calabar
Okay.
because of the coastal area of the town.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So right now, between 1900 to 1906, Calabar was the capital of the Southern Nigerian Protectorate, or the Protectorate of Southern Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
Between that 1900 to 1906, Lagos was a colony, not part of the Southern Protectorate of Nigeria. But in 1906, the colony of Lagos joined the Southern Protectorate.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
And the capital now shifted from Calabar to Lagos. But before then, this building, when the colonial administrators came to Nigeria, there was no, befitting place for them to stay. So they were hanging out in their ship, on board and all that. Then they thought of going back to England. And when they got to England, they prefabricated this building in England.
Okay.
This building is a wooden building. It is not brick, as you can see it. So they prefabricated it in England and brought it here and erected it here in 1884.
Okay.
So today, if you calculate it, it's about 141 years old.
Wow.
You understand? So
Yes,
it became the headquarters of the British colonial administrative headquarters of the Niger Delta region.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
During that period. So when they now left, between that 1900 to 1906, the building was now left here. The federal government of Nigeria now declared it a national monument in 1959.
Okay.
Then in 1986, the National Commission for Museums and Monuments have to reconstruct it to harbor the relics of what took place in the past. But today, most of the relics we had, having served for about 40 years, we had a change of it to encompass the crossover region and nature.
Okay.
And that is exactly what we are going to see upstairs there. People have always had the belief that Calabar was the capital of Nigeria. Calabar was not the capital of Nigeria. Calabar was only the capital of the Protectorate of the Southern Nigeria.
Okay.
Because at that point in time, we had also the Northern Nigeria, the Northern Protectorate of Nigeria. From the Protectorate, we went to region, from region to state, just like that, historically. You understand?
Yeah.
Then, the Northern Protectorate of Nigeria was administered by Lord Lugard. They called them High Commissioners then. Then the Southern Protectorate was administered by a High Commissioner called Ralph Moore. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So that's how it is. It was only in 1914 that the Southern and Northern Protectorate were amalgamated together and we have what we call now Nigeria.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
But however, between the Northern Protectorate and the Southern Protectorate was more pronounced, and that was why people see Calabar as the first headquarters of Nigeria. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So now we'll move to the galleries where you see the relics of the Calabar people, the administrative, way of life, traditional things and all that. You understand? Kosovo generally is a very important, place in the history of Nigeria.
Okay.
So we can get in now.
Okay. So guys, this is the first colonial bell.
Yeah, this bell is an iron cast bell.
Okay.
This particular one was manufactured in about 1848, and it was confiscated from a very important chief, from the Cobham. In Calabar, we have the Cobham chief and village.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it was confiscated from him for maltreating his slaves.
Okay.
It was the British administrators that confiscated it from him for maltreating his slaves when they were talking about the abolition of slave trade and all that.
Okay.
So when they confiscated it, they now were using it as a signal to people who were working in the public works department. They call it PWD as per that time. Today we have Ministry of Works and all that, but during that period they call it PWD, Public Works Department.
Okay.
So they started using the bell. So most of the ships that were coming in, then had most of this bell with them, signaling working hours and the period to stop.
Yeah.
Yes. You can read in this. So the truth about it is that when the Europeans landed in Calabar, they discovered this place and saw that it was very apt for whatever they want to use it for. And when they brought this building in parts, they came and erected it here. And why they erected it here was that the administrators could stand from here with their binoculars, sight the scene, even when their ship is landing from England. They stay here to sight it, and then also to monitor the activities of the old Calabar people to ensure that there is no evil plan going on there. You understand?
Yeah.
So they call it the government hill. So this place, according to people, this place served as the present Aso Rock of Nigeria. You know. So sorry, we don't have light, but maybe we'll manage your phone. We'll go this way. So now what we have here, before now, all what we had was to do with the British colonial administration and the culture of the Efik people in particular. Where are you from?
Anambra State.
Okay, I thought you are from Efik. Oh, but you two now from Anambra?
No, maybe Cross River.
Then from Cross River, you come the jump to go Anambra there. Okay, no wahala. Nusubadiro. In Anupibu, in Asibu. So I feel they talk with my sister now, you know, we're with me talk with us. So here now, since we said it is Cross River nature and culture.
Put the other phone light.
First, what you see here is pottery. This pottery, most of them were recovered during road construction by our archaeologists and our former Director General, late Professor Ikbueyo. They were recovered in the process of road construction at Marian Road there and Unical area. You understand? This we call the terracottas. These terracottas, they are as old as the people who made it, or older than them. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You can see what you are saying here is the civilization that took place even before the arrival of the colonial masters.
Okay.
So that is, if you look at it, you'll be marvelous. The kind of implements we used that was used in the scarification of the pots. And those things you see, they are all forms of writing, which in Cross River State, we see it, I will call it the NCBD kind of writing. It is interpretable and they understood it by themselves.
Okay.
What you are doing, we don't allow photographing or videoing. It's wrong, but I'm just doing it because of your approach.
Thank you, sir. Thank
so,
you. God bless
they have their functions, different functions. Some of them are used for spiritual healing. Some of them are used for mystical purposes. Some of them are used for storage. You know, for instance, now, this other one, we call it the headrest. This headrest was used in the treatment of sick people. If you have malaria, you have typhoid and all that, they could just tell you, look, lie down. They put some herbs right in there, put fire there, and they tell you lie down, and they begin to invoke the spirit that will heal you. So all, as you see them, they have their functions.
Functions.
Yes, they are not just created like that. So in most cases too, most of the pots or the terracottas were also used to serve food. If you remember, those of us who came from the villages, we ate some food from this stuff and soup. But today, people are using it because of the beauty for flower vase and other things.
I have a pot and a plate that is clean.
Even this one, during some traditional marriages, I have witnessed where they use pots like this, fill it with palm wine, and put it in the middle of the bride's compound. You know, for people to sit around and make their normal, traditional, you know, a chance, and they will drink it. So we now move. And if you look at this, this is one of the things that unites Cross River State and makes Cross River State great. This is called the Monoliths. And they call it the Ecom Monoliths, but we call it the Bako Monoliths. because within the area where this is found, you have areas like the Alok, you have Mangabe, you have in Sele, you have in Ta, you have in Kim, you have in Kum. Those are the areas where these things found. And those areas are between Ikom and Ogoja, and that's why we call it the Bako. Where are you from? Which part of Prosper? Yes, okay. You are my brother. So this is the monolith, and you can see civilization here. You now ask, when these clarifications or drawings were made, was it in a molten state? Was it soft? You know, because it's not easy, and that's why we say, look, civilization had earlier started with our people even before the arrival of the white man.
Yeah.
You understand? So, like most of these things, they're in the Bako area, they call it Akwanchi. Akwanchi means dead man in the ground. Dead man in the ground in the sense that they want to do something that the spirit of the forefathers, the spirit of the dead can be worshipped, since he's still looking and taking care of them. So they do this as a symbol, you know, to show that a chief or somebody important has gone and things like that, and they celebrate it. This particular monolith you are seeing was stolen from Nigeria. But during the course of Nigeria trying to interface with Germany, with America and the rest, this one was repatriated from Chrysler University, you know, in Virginia in 2023.
Okay.
So they brought it to Lagos, to Abuja. From Abuja, they now brought it to the place of origin.
Yeah.
That's why we put it on display here.
Oh.
So here we try to tell the story of our traditional way of life. These are things that our great-great-grandmothers, parents used in their kitchen. You know, for storage, this is calabash, for storage and for other items, you know, so that they won't get spoiled, you know, and maybe from rodents like dry fish and other things. You know, you can see it there. They are all, some of them are clay pots. This one is calabash. And this one, to tell you that our people already know what cold water or fridge is. This is a pot. I'm sure some of us drank from this pot. Our mothers will come back from farm and say, look, get me water from the inner pot. This is where they fill. So this place is just like their kitchen, the mother's kitchen. The pot where they pound their food, their kitchen where they cook their food. And this is the parlor where our great-grandfather will sit down while waiting for the wife to serve him food. And while in the process, he has his wooden tray where you have kola nuts, you know, and kola nut pepper and other things with his friends, and his keg of palm wine with him. Then this thing you see is the back of a tree, which they use as shirt. You know, yes, it's the back of a tree. It's a shirt which they wear to go to farm and come back with their hat that protects them. It's like an umbrella from sun and rain and all that kind of stuff. So you see it, then his implements he used to go to farm and others, you can see it. Then our people were also gifted in entertainment. When they come back from hard work and all that, they entertain themselves during festivals and all that. So this one is like a guitar. So it's a local guitar in Efik language. They call it, what do you call it? That is what they call it in Efik language, you know. They play it like guitar. What we are seeing here is civilization. You understand that our people were already civilized. When they manufactured or did all these things, they did not go to any formal institution or school to learn how to make clay pots or to make, you know, drums and all that kind of stuff. You know, then we have these. All these ones are musical instruments. You know, the gong, you know, the shackles and all that. Then you can see that when they play it, the girls, the maidens are so excited that they keep dancing. The money king is here, you know, the kombi, you know, and the Bekwara kind of dance, you know, they like, they enjoy it. You understand? The wooden slit drum, which they use for several purposes, either for announcement, to gather the villagers and all that. So we move on. Our people, you know, being aware that war can happen at any time, they also develop, you know, weapons of war, you know, to defend and attack. You know, so here we have a lot of them, the dengon, the daggers, the bow and arrows, and even the amulets. We believe that charms can always protect you from any distance. So in the primitive way, those were the things they developed and manufactured. So our people were farmers. They were agrarian in nature, and they farm in different, either fishing, either cassava, rice, and all. And you see, these ones were forms of money. You see them. These are malinas, brass malinas. Okay. They use it in the process of slaves during the slave trade era. Okay. You can see it there. Then implements for farming, fishing, and the rest of them. These are the kind of things, because there are some of these children who have not seen that this can be used to catch fish. And that is why the responsibility of the museum is to see how we can research and bring most of these things that, instead of going into arbitration, we try to bring them here for preservation. Okay. So that is it. And Africans, we believe in religion. We trust God and believe in God wholeheartedly. Before even the advent of colonialism, or when the white men came, these are the objects. We create objects not because we did not see these objects as a medium or as God, but we saw it as a medium. You understand? Yeah. And most of them were used for entertainment. Like this double-faced mask, like in the Efik land, they use it during the coronation of Obong or other chiefs, as the case may be. You see the other one standing there is for fertility, for in case maybe there is a problem in the marriage and all that. Okay. It's god of fertility and all that. They pray through it and do some other things. You look at them, the mermaids, the crocodiles, and the rest of them, ancestral figure. They created. This creation was, within them. It's a mystical thing. And even as they pray, they still look unto God, because they were afraid of the Most High God. So they just wanted things medium through which they can pray to. Just like we as Christians today, we say we pray through Christ to our Jesus, Father. Yes. Exactly. So here, to let you know that this museum is sited here, we have in Calabar, we have 3 ethnic groups. We have the Kwas, we have the Muri, the Efuts, and we have the Efiks. The Efik, yes, which the Efiks is ruled by the Obong of Calabar, while the Kwas is ruled by the Bidem, and the Foot is ruled by the Muri. But the overall is the Obong of Calabar. Then the Ekpe masquerade stands in between as symbol of authority, as symbol of power, as symbol of peace. They use it to settle a lot of matters. So here we enter the era where we started having external.
Why is this feather?
Yeah, the feather also was a symbol of authority. This cloth is called akara. It's used by the Ekpe confraternity people all alone. Okay. So they were all created by indigenous skilled people. So here you see that these things were not common amongst us, because we were not into iron. This is an iron kettle, that came to us through the interaction of the white men when they came in. So that's why we named this place the external influence. The white men came not for one reason, they came for many reasons. They came as explorers, they came as missionaries, and they came as traders. You understand? Yes. So when they came during that period, they also established the UAC, which they call the United African Company, UAC. I'm sure you must have heard that. And here in Calabar, they built the UAC. They have trading firms. You have heard of the Dempster ship, at the marina area and all that. Look at them. They came in, they were all traders in Calabar. They were all traders. Then in the trading of maybe palm oil and other things, the very influential chiefs in Calabar also joined in the trade. Then, like I said, most of them came in as missionaries, traders, explorers. Mary Slessor was here in Calabar. Mary Slessor came here in 1876, and died in 1915. I think 5th or so of January 1915. So when she came, she, saw that people were killing twins. So she tried to stop the killing of twins, and also had influence in teaching the women some skills, and also contributed in the establishment of the Hope Model Training Institution. So here we have a lot of them. Bishop Ajayi Crowther, he was one of the first persons who translated the Bible into Yoruba language, while the man they call Goldie, also transmitted the Bible into Efik language. A lot, whole of them. Then the interactions of the white people, their activities and contributions to the development of the area during that period. You can see Queen Elizabeth, was in Calabar in 1956, and that is why Calabar was seen as a very important. She never went to any other place but Calabar. Yes, look at it. She visited Calabar in 1956, and that's why there's still royalty. There's still that connection between the royalty of the Obong of Calabar and the Palace of Obong of Calabar and Her Majesty of England. You understand? They still have some royalties they pay to the Obong of Calabar. So this desk you see is from Hope Model Training Institution. We preserve this one to show the kind of desk that were used by students of Hope Model Training Institution, where we believe that Nnamdi Azikiwe used this desk in school. It may not be this particular one, but he was in Hope Model Training Institution. Though he did not finish from here, he ran away because of punishment. And these were the first principals of Hope Model Training Institution, where William Thompson, James Nook, all of them, the MC Cray. Then this is Hope Model himself, Master Hope Model.
Oh yeah, himself. We went there.
Yes, this is Hope Model himself. He was of the Presbyterian mission from Jamaica.
From Jamaica?
Yes, he's from Jamaica. Hope Model Master is from Jamaica. That was in 1846.
Wow.
Then, when they all left, we now have an indigenous principal in the name of Sir Dr. Akanu Ibiam. He was a medical doctor and became the first indigenous principal, and later became the first governor of the Eastern region after independence. That's Dr. Akanu Ibiam. So these were some items from prestigious group that were presented during that period.
1934.
Yeah.
That was my association.
Thank you. So these are founding fathers of Nigeria who fought for the independence of Nigeria. You have Awolowo there, you have Zik, you have Tafawa Balewa, and this other man from the north. What's his name? Yeah, no, it's not Aminu Kano. No, it's not. It's not the one. So this place served as the sitting room of the British colonial administrators. For instance, people like Ralph Moore made use of this place, and other high commissioners.
Okay, this was a sitting room.
Yeah, their sitting room. What you see up here is a manual fan that was used to make sure that they don't feel heat. Then they have their musical sets here, the gramophone and the piano. Somebody is there. The slaves are there playing for them to enable them enjoy their meals. So we have the culture mix here. This is a culture mix, and the rest of them. So I think from here we end the tour upstairs here.
Okay.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You see Azelle Stephen there. Okay. That bike was used by a teacher
He's still working.
I'm saying Mark Collins.
It's still working?
They put it to work.
Nah, it will not work again.
No, this one.
You understand? So they were seized. Just like we talked about that bell was seized.
Okay.
And when it was seized with alongside some cannons like this. You understand?
Yeah.
These cannons were used, to ward off attackers.
Okay.
People coming to attack.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
And it was symbol of authority. If you are not very rich, you won't be able to get it.
Wow.
Because it was also from the colonial people.
Okay.
So here we are talking about leave that place. We are talking about the slave trade activities. This map tells you of the movement of slaves in Nigeria.
Okay.
This is where we have the Bight. This is the Bight of Benin and the Gulf of Guinea. You understand?
Yeah.
And this is the Kingdom of Benin all through here. You understand?
Yeah.
So the Bight of Benin, and we have the Gulf of Guinea and even the Bight to capture slaves from there. So these are the era of the slave trade, and they started it with the attempt of Christianization. Okay. You understand?
Yeah.
When they come, they preach to you one hand, they are enslaving you the other way.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. So these are the pictures of what you have here. So these are pictorial exhibition, early European contacts. You understand? In those days when we see Oyibo with a white collar, I think we used to be excited, started taking us into slavery. You can see the activities of what the slave trade, cost. That's a man, a full-fledged, strong man that was tied because he was trying to struggle with the captors. You understand?
Yeah.
Then he was tied down and tortured. And that was to serve as a deterrence for any other slave who might try to escape or show some kind of resistance. So these are slaves. When they captured them from the hinterland, normally slaves were taken from the hinterland, to the coastal area where they will now board them on the ship for onward movement to the new world.
Wow.
Then here you can imagine our people who also created a slave market. This is at Akpabokoyon, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Enyong area of Akpabuyo local government area. Slave market. They have captured people either by violence or by any means. They keep them here. The white buyers will come, see the strong ones, you pay, and take the slave. They march them, to the ship. This is the ship where they now arrange them in head and leg in opposite direction. So that they would not conspire among themselves to attack the ship captains.
Wow.
Then this ship is moving. As the ship is moving, if you are very stubborn, they throw you inside the ocean.
Right.
You understand? If you're not strong enough, if you're sick, you'll be thrown overboard.
Hey.
For animals to devour you. So you can see what they wrote here. Hunted in his native forest like a savage beast of deity, of prey, with his wives and children bound with chains and led away, meet the curses of his captains and the blows of knotted whips to the distant sobbing ocean, as the hosts of filthy ships from builders of the British Empire, at least at Macmillan.
Wow.
Wrote that. It was like a short poem, from the sufferings of the slaves. Then these are slaves at sale. The highest bidder most times get it. They sell children of 12, 10 years. The highest bidder, this is what they are doing. Also auctioning. So, but at that time, some persons, still the Europeans, came up and said, look, these slave trade activities must stop.
Okay.
That all human beings are created equal, and there's no need to enslave and dehumanize other human beings.
Yeah.
You understand? So people like John Newton, people like William Wilberforce, all of them came up and said, look, this trade must stop. So they have to put up a memo in their parliament, because William Wilberforce was a member of parliament.
Okay.
So After the slave trade came the era of palm oil trade. The palm oil trade existed and it was very lucrative between the European traders and our local chiefs who were also very rich. People like King Eyo Honesty, they were all part of the palm oil trade and they made a lot of money from it. These are still all forms of money, the malinas, the iron cup, the brass, the bottles of wines and the rest of them. So we move. I think this place is a little bit dark. So we move on. These were all this thing. So here, this is the penetration and expansion in British West Africa. You know, Mary Slessor and the rest of them, you know. So we just move here. This house is owned by King Eyo Honesty. It's in Creektown.
Creektown?
Yes, in Creektown. This house is still standing the way it is in Creektown. They call him King Eyo Honesty. He was so honest to his European counterparts traders, to such an extent that even the money that did not know he made, he told them, look, this is what we made. So they now gave him honesty. They say you are very honest. Okay. So they now call him King Eyo Honesty. You know. So these are all influence of trade. So at the point, you know, there was what we call the scramble for Africa, where the European nations started scrambling for Africa to partition it. And that is why we have West Africa, East Africa, North Africa. They partitioned it. The Germans have their own, the Franks have their own, and England have their own. So here we enter the era of currencies. Come and see the kind of currencies. These were all currencies used. Even what do you call that? Yes. You know, cowries. See this rubber? They were all forms of money. You can't get this again. Rubber. It was like a football. You know, and these bottles. So you get them. So these are all forms of money here as well. The colonial currencies, you know, in West African coast. These are there. These are still all forms of money. It was after some times that, you know, they now moved from all these objects. These objects serve like we are talking of maybe trade by barter, and kind of, you know, because you don't even know the what. But in those days, as you are buying slaves, they will tell you like this iron. To buy maybe a female slave, you might give about 8 of this. For a male slave, about 12 of it. You know, just like that. So after this came the paper money, and I'm sure most people never knew that Nigeria used pounds and shillings. Are you aware that Nigeria were using pounds and shillings? Have you been told the story?
Yes. My mother used to,
These are penny.
Yes.
The money we call penny. We have used this in Nigeria.
Yes.
We used pounds and shillings until 1973, when Nigeria now changed from pounds and shillings to naira and kobo.
Okay.
You understand? If you check this, these are pounds. The money Nigerians used. These are pounds. You know. Paper money. Yeah.
See, all these ones, I knew about these ones. Some 5 naira.
So
old currency.
here we try to show these pictures because people don't. There are some children born in the cities, they have not seen palm tree. So we try to, you know, put the pictures. These are part of the things they use in climbing the palm tree.
Yeah, Igbo people call it apali.
Apali. I know it. So they use it to climb, to harvest the ripe palm fruits.
Yeah, and women don't use it.
No, women don't climb. You know? So these are bicycles that enable them to move during that period. For you to own a bicycle means you are a very rich man, very rich and a royal man. You know, so they used it to transport the harvested palm fruits from that point to where they now have to mill them. These are the oil drum. They call it the Congo drum. You know, for transportation after the oil must have been filled there. So These are all implements to transport
Yes.
the palm nut
Yes, palm nuts.
from where it is harvested. All these ones to harvest them, you know, these ones to squeeze them even, and these are squeezing, objects too, which they use to filter out the palm nuts or the palm oil.
It's a collection
Look at
of
them.
oil.
Yes. So yeah, this one is also like a trolley. They used to, pack and then they get it out from that point.
So it's processing.
Yeah, we had a testing and processing machine at the trading stations. This one within the Akamkpa region. You can see this is where they now take all those things for processing. This is it.
Okay.
This is it. Then if you look, these are the palm nuts. Today you can crack this one and eat it. They use this one to even make what do you call it?
Palm oil, palm kernel oil.
Palm kernel oil. This is the oil that they got that is preserved there. There are people who have not seen that before now. Then you see this. These are the byproducts of the palm oil. All this pear soap you have, all this planter, they were all products, the byproducts of palm oil. You can see them, and they tell you then that if you use a pear soap to bath, it will make you look like a white lady. So these are all the implements.
What's this?
That's a weighing balance.
Oh, okay.
A weighing balance. To maybe they are not paying you cash, they are giving you some other thing. They try to weigh it, in accordance of what you are getting.
So is where they are cooking the.
Yes, this the cooking pot, the oil cooking pot, the cast iron cooking pot. The cast iron cooking pot.
Okay. Faith now.
So this one is was a cheap kind of boat that was also used in the transportation of palm oil from the point of production. But this ship boat in particular was designed to also ensure that the palm oil that is being transported from there does not get spoiled along the road. So they have pipe. You can see the equipment, though they are damaged now, so that they connect it to the oil and it will be boiling it as it is moving, so that it won't get soured or bad. It makes it still look very fresh.
Wow.
So it was not just an ordinary boat.
Okay.
So the 2-in-1 boat.
Yes. So another iron cast cooking pot. They are in sizes. Period. This motorcycle was used by Colin McDonald. He was a teacher in Hope Order Training Institution.
Okay.
It was not Monoliths. Then just one place, this building, there is an underground cell there where the Oba of Benin was locked up in prison.
Where?
When he resisted the European colonial people who wanted to visit Benin during that period, and he told them, no, we are having our Igwe festival and we don't entertain visitors coming around. The white people say no, they must come, and he resisted them. So they fought war with the people of Benin, fought war with the white men. In the process, they arrested their Oba and brought him to Calabar. You understand? That is why Calabar is very prominent in Nigerian history. When he was brought here, he was locked up down here where they have underground prison. You understand?
Was he later released?
He was not released. He was released but could not go back to Benin. So he lived here in Calabar, married here. He was just on exile and died here.
Wow.
You understand? So this is the underground prison where he was locked up. Even in Namibia, Awolowo was also locked up in Calabar, but in the other prison that was built in by that bricks.
Yes, bricks by the State Library.
Yeah, by State Library. That was where he was locked up. So this is an underground prison where the Oba was locked up. So when he was locked up, here, what you see there, there were guards that used to stand here to guard this place.
Okay.
And there is a staircase that leads from here to another room, but it has been blocked, you know, where guards used to be.
Yeah.
So he was locked up here. So the Benin Kingdom, I think they want to come and make sure they renovate this place and make it good, because their Oba was locked up here. Oba
Oh, they
everywhere.
still want to come and do it here.
No, they want to just to make sure that where their king was locked up doesn't look bad like this.
Okay.
Yes. All right.